Hello, good morning. Today I'm here for the presentation of Corporate Accounting Assignment number 2. My name is Diksha Bajracharya and my student ID is GIA3112. So the company that I've choose for the assignment is Coca-Cola Amatil. So some introduction about Coca-Cola Amatil is it is one of the largest bottlers of ready-to-drink beverages in Asia Pacific region. It locally manufactures and distributes our unrivaled portfolio of non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages and food. So, some of the common terms in accounting are accounting profit. Accounting profit generally means revenue minus explicit costs. This is the net income reported on the GAAP basis financial statements. Accounting profit is one in every of the most information indicators to access economic form, which will be considered a corrected indicator for decision making. Accounting profit is the GAAP concept where total revenue exceeds explicit costs. Explicit costs are the costs that can be identified or measured, such as labor, materials, raw materials, etc. The other thing is taxable profit. Taxable profit is the profit upon which income taxes are payable. Generally, taxable profit is the number used to calculate tax on incomes. It varies depending upon the rules of taxations within which an entity is located or does its business on. It is primarily based on operating incomes, but there are other types of taxable income such as dividend income, interest income, and capital income. The other is temporary differences. Temporary differences are the differences that occurs when there is a difference between tax base and carrying amount of assets and liabilities on the balance sheet. They are the results of difference in financial accounting and tax accounting. There are generally two types of temporary differences. The number one is deductible. Deductible and taxable. Deductible are the transitionary distinction that surrenders sums that will be deducted in the long run when deciding profit or loss, whereas taxable temporary differences are the differences that surrenders and it assembles sums in the long haul when deciding profit or loss. The other is deductible temporary difference. Deductible temporary difference is the difference which causes taxable income, which leads to income tax payable in current period to be higher than the accrued income tax. It is the difference which will yield sum that will be deducted within long term, which will be accessible profit or loss. It is the difference between the carrying sum of resources or obligations within the adjust sheet and it accesses base. The other is deferred tax assets. Those items in the company's balance sheet that helps to reduce taxable income in future is deferred tax assets. The tax rate affects the value of deferred tax rate. When the tax rate increases, the company's favor as assessed value increases. However, when the tax rate goes down, the assessed value decreases simultaneously. It can also arise when there is a difference of tax rules and accounting rules. Deferred tax liabilities. The item that arises when timing differences between accrual of tax and dates when taxes are actually paid is called difference tax liability. These are created when income tax exceeds tax return and the difference is expected to reverse in future. These occurs when losses are tax deductible before entering an income statement. Firm's latest tax expenses in its latest financial statements. So some of the tax expenses that I found in Coca-Cola Amatil for the in the financial statements of 2 years, that is 2017 and 2018, are according to the financial statement of Coca-Cola Amatil in 2018, the company paid income tax expenses of $51.3 million, and in 2017 they paid total expenses of $87.1 million as income tax expenses. The tax rate of in Australia in 2018 and 2017 was 30%, but after reconciliation, the effective tax rate was 28.9% and 19.3% respectively. That means in 2018, the effective tax rate was 28.9%, and in 2017, it was 19.3%. In 2018, Coca-Cola Amatil paid a total of $303.8 million in Commonwealth and state taxes in Australia. Current tax assets or income payable recorded. So some of the current tax assets recorded on the balance sheet of Coca-Cola Amatil in 2018 was the current tax assets recorded was 34 million, and the current tax assets of 2017 is recorded as $5.1 million. The income tax expenses recorded in 2018 is 51.3 million, and in 2017 is $87.1 million. Income tax expenses shown in income statement and in cash flow. The income statement shows income tax expense of $144.5 million in 2018, and in 2017 it is $148.9 million. The cash flow shows income tax paid in 2018 is $159.6 million, and in 2017 it's $173.4 million. Permanent differences. So in the income tax expense shown in income statement and in cash flow are not the same, but it is different because income tax expenses is calculated tax the company owes based on general accounting principles, whereas income tax payable is the actual amount that the company has to pay or that it owes in tax codes. Therefore they use different GAAP methods. That's why the amount calculated in current tax assets or the amount calculated in income tax payable is completely different and not the same. The other topic is permanent difference. A permanent difference between taxable income and accounting profit results when revenue or expense enters book income but never recognized in taxable income, or vice versa. The difference is permanent as it does not reverse in the future, whereas temporary difference can be reversed in the future. Thus books and tax will never equalize. These differences do not result in the creation of the deferred tax. Instead of creating a deferred tax asset or liability, the permanent difference results in the difference between the company's effective tax rate and the statutory tax rate. So in conclusion, I can say that this report that I have prepared, it attempts by the means of general framework to clarify and understand various income tax policies and tax issues. This is a systematic assessment that has been performed carefully to inform the tax issues of Coca-Cola over the last 2 years, which reveals vital facts and aspects of leading company of the globe. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. I hope you're having I hope you're safe. Thank you so much. Take care.